This is a super treat for me, and I'm envious looking at all of you because so many young people out there. You're talking to the right guy at the right time. I want to tell you that. It's a big risk for Mike to have me on this thing because I'm a rookie. I've been with the program 5 months.
And that's why we like to have a blend. And you're right, you specifically, Jay, are a little bit. And I mean that in a fun way. So when you started working with us a few months ago, what was your biggest challenge and what are some of the shifts you made that others can apply in their business?
Let's see, there's a lot, but when I started with RecruiterU, I was a wreck, personally and professionally. I was fat and out of shape. My finances were a mess, and Francis will appreciate this, but my mindset was a disaster too. And I like to describe that as I was distracted, anxious, stressed out about everything.
And then what did you learn and what did you put in place to remediate all those things?
When I say I was a mess is when I said I was fat. I've been in this program, and with the mindset and the things that are going is I went from over 200 pounds to 155 pounds, and it's habits that you learn and all this stuff.
Congratulations.
When I say I was a financial mess, I was successful making money, but I never knew how much. My wife would often ask, how we doing? And my answer was, oh, don't worry, we're okay. I don't know. We're fine. But the truth was, I never had any idea until after my accountant filed an extension and did my taxes 6 months later. Then I was often disappointed compared to where I thought I was and where I wanted to be. And by the time I did any of that stuff, the information was 18 months old. So that was strange. When the mindset part is I was distracted. I was so stressed out about a deal. I'd pace. I wouldn't be able to listen to anybody. I had actual physical pain and stress in my gut. I would exist at my desk, not doing any action on problems, just waiting, hoping the thing would go away or anything like that. Or I'd do something for myself that I thought would be fun. And I like to fish, I like to hunt, and I feel guilty. I would obsess about having to be I need to be back at the office or whatever the heck it was. And the program is no secret. My results have been, because of RecruiterU, great. Like I said, I lost a ton of weight. I run 6 miles every day. I turned around my finances. I have 3 children, all 3 are in college. All at private colleges, all with no money coming in from the schools or scholarships or anything like that. I saved a lot of money, like $250,000, and I joined the program officially in August of this year or last year. In September, I paid all my tuitions, and every penny I saved was gone. I am so proud to say that on January 4th of this year, the first day I could get access to my bank account, I paid $82,000 to 3 different universities without borrowing a dime. And I will say that's thanks to you, Mike.
Oh, you did the work. That's amazing. You talk about that. I just cut the check for my last child's last semester of college. And that was what the recruiting industry and the coaching business provided when you work the metrics the right way. So you starting 5 months ago, going through Fast Start, how did that align everything for you to get more consistent for all those things that happen, the financial gains, the health gains? How did that, talk about that accountability structure and how that kind of just created some new and better habits for you?
Oh my gosh, first of all, truth is metrics are truth. And the meeting every day is accountability. And for me, I imagine myself what I am, but the truth is numbers don't lie. And when you go to the group, I don't have a problem with truth, like lying to people or anything, but I have problems with truth about myself. And when I have a bad day, I don't want to acknowledge it. And I delay things and things become problems and all that. But metrics is I wanted to go to every one of those Fast Start meetings, having hit my numbers and contributing to the group and It was one of my favorite parts of the program was that month.
I know we're going to talk about this more later, but really when you get started, this is how, one of the things was having people, your group was what, 6 or 7 people in the group. So we keep them very small group. The same group meets every day for the first 4 weeks of the program, Monday through Friday. And we do a little bit of teaching, but it's pretty much, hey, my goal was blank. I did blank. Either I hit the goal, I missed the goal, or exceeded the goal. And to your point, right, Jay, it's just truth. And then if you're off the goal is, okay, what can we do to help you get in alignment so that over that course of that month, you create a new habit. Now, since then, how have you maintained that production? Obviously you have, if you can pull out 80 grand to pay tuition.
It was momentum, and I have support from you guys. Every Monday we sit down and talk, and we plan the next week is that, and I don't miss them. If I think about it all day, and I want to come to those things prepared and ready to go, and I want to be a player in the team of RecruiterU. So and guess what? It's all reaffirming because what I did that month worked. I made a lot of money. My focus was on what they told me is do first time interviews. Everything, my actions and my activity all go to that. And it's just a snowball of feeling much better. My mindset, can't describe it. My wife notices a big change. My children notice a big change. I have one employee, he notices a big change. My clients even notice a change. I'm relaxed, I'm confident, I don't worry. In fact, I feel like I reek self-confidence, which is a big change.
Where does that come from now versus before?
You know what? I feel organized. I feel like I'm moving forward. I like myself. I understand what I can control and what I can't control. And it's just settling. And there's something to be said about having financial horsepower or maybe the energy to invest in yourself and in your people and in your business and the people around you. And my mindset is more of an empathy for my employees and my clients and things like that. I want to fix their problems and they're going to pay me to do it.
That's awesome. Francis, anything that came up for you that you wanted? I know you work with Pam, right, as your strategy coach.
Yeah, Pam's my strategy coach. Dr. Bob's my other person. And it was super surprising. And this is a compliment to Francis and what she's done is I was into this thing for the strategy and the systems and all that stuff. But the power of the mindset in terms of everything has been startlingly effective. I can't believe, that this fell in my lap.
Jay, thank you so much. I'm over here almost trembling a little bit. Thank you to you. Thank you to the other 2 clients that gave a testimony. I really am I have tears of joy that I'm holding back because I don't coach any of those 3 clients personally. They're all coached by the mindset coaches that I direct here. And it is the honor of my life to hear. And a client put, it's almost not believable. The one thing, and Jay, if you'll affirm this, our coaches don't talk about manifestation or law of attraction or things like that, do we?
Nope, no, not a bit.
Not a bit. It's mapping the science, the psychology, practical, wash, rinse, repeat, the strategy, the community, it's all of it combined in a let's just focus on today kind of way. And then it just stacks. And so thank you so much for sharing all of that. I'm so happy for you, but it does feel magical sometimes because we hear this so often from our clients. And it's just, I'm so thankful for you, Jay, and all the clients. Thank you.
Jay, anything you want to add that I haven't asked? It's been fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And I want to tell everyone on this call, Mike is humble. And trust me when I say that everything he tells about this program is truth. In fact, it's surprisingly underpromised, and when you're in it, totally over delivers. Listen to him. I want to tell you my start with RecruiterU, how it happened is I think it was back in April or May, is a RecruiterU called me. It wasn't Mike, it was one of his people. And out of the blue, and they talked about the program, this 5-day program you're in, or I don't know how many days yours is. Mine was 5 days to start. And I'm a sucker for if something will improve me, I buy it. So I paid the $300 or $400 for the program. And I always figure I learned something. After 5 days, I loved it. I was surprised. The program is exactly what I wanted. It feels like a lifeline. And I was so excited. It was so much information. And I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. I had a strategic plan. I'm a college graduate, cum laude, persistent, smart, dedicated, whatever the heck it is. And I worked a lot of hours, and I can take all this stuff, these things that Francis said and all the other people said, and these charts that he gave me and on my notes, and I can start it myself and get a start and then join later. And I want to get my accounting done. This Mike guy is giving me everything to put the systems in place. I just remember what he said is, I'm giving you everything, but you won't do it. You'll be the same in a year. And guess what? The program came up again in a couple of months. I think it was like in July. And I said to myself, you know what? He was right. I didn't do anything. I'm signing up for it again. And I sat through the whole program and figuring it's like a book you read the second time. You're going to pick up a whole bunch of stuff you missed and all that stuff. But by the time he said, hello, my name's Mike Gianta, I'm like, I'm sold. I'm doing it this time. And even then I said, gee, Mike, can I start in 6 weeks or 8 weeks? And he's, you should just start now. Just do it. Make this. I'm like, no, I'm paying, but I want to start in 6 weeks because I want to get my accounting done and I want to get this process started or whatever it was. Anyway, here came fast start. Hadn't done a thing. And when I say I have one regret about the program, the only thing I can say I regret is I didn't start it the first time he said hello. I give my left hand to do it. And I think I'd give my firstborn if I could have started this 20 years ago, because it's a lifeline and it's changed my perspective on everything. And I'm 59, I'm running on a runway, but I'm in it for it.
Mike, can I add something real quick about what Jay
Sure.
just said? Thank you. Jay, thank you for sharing that with everyone here, because I just wanted to add, your subconscious mind, like Mike said, it is sneaky. It's insidious. And one of the biggest lies that we tell ourselves is, I'll do it later. And then the mind comes in with all these, everything that you said sounded so rational and so logical and so thought out. That's the mind. That's the subconscious mind wanting to trick you into not doing the thing that it knows will create the most massive change for positive growth, impact. It doesn't want that. The change represents scary death. No, don't want it. So it will do everything it can, including sound really rational. So if that's a huge thing, Jay, if everyone gets that from this call, the lie of I'll do it later, how destructive that is.
Do it all by myself.
Yeah.
And to talk about that, remember I said I'd never get my accounting done? At the end of this month, my accounting's up to date. It's a tool I can use every day. When my wife asks me how much money I make, I can tell her, gee, last month I made 45,000. The month before that, I made 60,000. The month before that, I made 48,000. And it's improved everything.
I bet she is so happy. She's a happy camper, isn't she?
I don't know if it's not it's you know what, it's not like she doesn't know. It's not a mystery. It's not me evasive or any of that stuff. It's, hey, you know, guess what? You know, when you talk about metric is data, not drama, guess what? Money is just a number.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.